All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room while drinking our G Fuel that I got with 10% off by using the code COMICS at checkout. Three Jokers. What the hell was that, guys? Like, seriously? Okay. Let's look at the thing as a whole. Three Jokers initially came out in 2016 and was an insanely hyped concept. One of the largest villains in the history of comic books. The one that people recognize no matter what is going on, no matter what is happening. The Joker had just had a groundbreaking origin change. The Joker, an individual that we've never had any definitive origin outside of the Killing Joke, which was one of those, it's an origin if you want it to be, kind of moments, has now been decidedly been given three origins, three characters, more to the character than has ever been in this character. The Joker's popular because he doesn't have an origin. He's a big mystery. He's one of the few villains in the history of comic books that every decade gets a brand new version. Everything from the jokey kind of television comedic cartoon version, all the way to the one who shoots Barbara Gordon or beats on Jason Todd, all the way to the classic criminal that never smiled, and all the way to Scott Snyder's rip his own face off and give himself a pompadour. And I know the official name of that haircut because that's the haircut style that I had all those times ago when my hair was purple. Anyway, the Joker's, that's why he's one of my favorite villains and favorite villain of a lot of individuals, because he is a complete mystery. And that is why he's fun. And Geoff Johns did a bold move. 2016, he decided that he was going to state that the Joker, when Batman asked the Joker's name, which by the way, contradicts the ending to this story, when Batman asks the Joker's name, the Mobius chair, which gives him all the knowledge in the entire universe, tells him that there are three Jokers. Now, jump 4 years, and we're going to go heavy into spoilers at this point if you haven't guessed already. If you decided that this wasn't going to be spoiler-based, I apologize, but it is. So we jump 4 years, and we're going to play around with the concepts of the three Jokers, right? That's what Geoff Johns has done with Jason Fabok doing the artwork for this one. So first thing they did was they got rid of the Mobius chair concept, the idea that he already knew the answers to everything, the idea that he got the answer to three Jokers from this thing. They took that out and they decided to re-explore the concepts of what three Jokers would be. And the story for the first two issues turned into basically a Batman and Red Hood and Batgirl storyline, talking about trauma and how you get over it, and how you yourself deal with the trauma that has been laid before you in your life, and how Batgirl treated it in one way, how Jason treated it in another way, and how Batman treated it in his own way. How Joker is the one individual that has brought trauma to all of these people, and he's done it through different lenses of their eyes. They've all seen a different version of the Joker that did all these crazy things to them. That's exactly what was going on. The story was not about the three Jokers or the Joker or this Mobius chair or this multiversal thing. It was about three guys going around calling themselves the Joker working against Batman. Now, right off the bat, there's a lot of problems with this. First off, Geoff Johns wrote into the idea the Mobius chair had given them this knowledge, right? That he had given Batman the knowledge that there are three Jokers. But when we get to the beginning of the story, we're pretending Darkseid War never even happened, okay? Secondly, the second big problem is that we're now running off the concept that there are three individuals who are the Joker, and Batman, the world's greatest detective, has never figured this out in like 60 to 80 years. Even if you want to condense it down into like a 30-year span of time, Batman never figured it out. Thirdly, we have this weird Batgirl Jason issue where they're in a relationship, which has never been explored in comic books before, and it's weird that they decided to throw that in there. And then we decided to throw Joe Chill into the mix. This last issue doesn't actually answer anything, okay? Like, that's my biggest problem. This issue spends half of its time giving you panels with no text of people exploring stuff that makes no sense. If this was a movie, that would be great. It's great panel layout, it's great artwork, all of this stuff is amazing, but you are limited to 150-page total to tell me a story about three Jokers that you discovered in a multiversal chair, and instead, I have 3 issues of Batman, Red Hood, and Batgirl discussing their emotional trauma that they've dealt with because of the Joker, where they vaguely reference that there are actually 3 Jokers. They explore the idea of what if Jason actually shot the Joker. Spoilers, he's apologetic. And we don't even explore the concepts of the three Jokers. We kill one Joker in the beginning. We have an old man Joker and the comedian, I believe his name is, whatever, the main Joker, the Killing Joke Joker. The two of them arguing, and they're trying to make a new Joker. And the new Joker, it turns out, is going to be Joe Chill. Maybe. The old man wants to make the Joker have an origin, have an identity. He wants to make the Joker into somebody that people can reference and relate to. It's almost like Jeff Johns sat down and said, we are going to make the in-comic Joker the Joaquin Phoenix Joker with an origin and a past and everything about him. Okay? And that's wrong. That's wrong on so many levels. And Jeff Johns then says that by having the Killing Joke Joker shoot the old man Joker, kill these plans off, and he resolves it with, you'll never know who I am. Did I make that Joker? Did he make me? Who regrets making who? You have no answers, Batman. And Red Hood and Batgirl are just gonna deal with this, and you're gonna come to terms with Joe Chill, which is something that we've never really explored, and it wasn't even like that deeply dived into. It was Joe Chill is remorseful for killing the Waynes. Cool idea, but not the book I was reading. I'm reading Three Jokers. I'm reading Batman and Red Hood dealing with this stuff. I'm not reading Joe Chill coming to terms with the fact he killed the Waynes. But whatever, throw that in there as another plot into this whole storyline. But you know what? You got the Joe Chill plot, we got the Batgirl plot, we got the Red Hood plot, we got the Batman plot, we got a little side plots with Gordon and Bullock. We have multiple pages of no text, no explanation, just amazing artwork showing people walking around like we're trying to do cinematic angles. And you know what we didn't get an answer to? Three Jokers. There's no answer to the three Jokers, okay? Like, we explore the idea that the Joker is an idea and that he can create new Jokers, and that's why there's different Jokers throughout the entire thing. But you know what we didn't do? Batman didn't get an answer to any of that. Oh, was it the old man at this scene? Was it the Killing Joke Joker at this scene? Oh, is this the one that messed with Jason over here? We don't find any of that out. We don't discover what this secret serum to make a Joker is. We don't discover what the ultimate plan of making new Jokers was. We don't even know what that whole idea was. The old man is trying to turn Joe Chill into a Joker to give him an identity, to attach him to Batman. But that's the whole plot? So then what are the other two Jokers? What was the plan with that? And then you will allude at the ending that we don't know which Joker was the first Joker? So that means we don't even know why they were making new Jokers. What was the point of all of that? If the old man's ultimate plan was to create a Joker with an identity, an origin, and somehow link him to Batman, then why were there three Jokers already? Okay, like, this doesn't make any sense. And then we wrap the whole thing up with Batman coming forth and going, oh, Alfred, I figured out who the Joker was like a week into my career. I just thought this would be a really fun family escapade. Me, the boy, and the girl could go on a road trip discovering who the Joker was, and maybe they would figure it out and we could get closer together. What? If you knew that answer, why did you even ask it on the Mobius chair? And if we're throwing out the Mobius chair, when he first came out and they're like, there's three Jokers, why didn't Batman then come out and go, well, I know the answer to one of them. It's this guy right here. It's Killing Joke. See, there's the wife, there's the kid, I helped them out. It was great. Don't know why that became my Batman voice, but whatever. You get what I'm going for. The story doesn't make sense, and the ending doesn't make sense, because all the ending did was go, by the way, the Joker has the ability to make more Jokers. The current Joker doesn't want to do that, and Killing Joke is probably the origin. We are literally right back to where we started with zero answers about who the three Jokers are. Whew. Wasn't expecting this to go that route. Literally, I was talking to Dan before this video and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to say about three Jokers. I'm pretty much just going to rant and rave about it. And we said, let's turn the camera on and see what happens. Whew. So yeah, that's my opinions on the three Jokers. I thought it was a pretty good story with the idea of Red Hood being able to kill the Joker finally, and we get to see the ramifications of the Red Hood killing the Joker. We get to see what's going on with Batgirl and how she reflects on the whole situation with that. I do like that we get to come to terms with what Batman is doing with Red Hood, but this is my problem, guys. This is the three Joker storyline that we have been waiting for 4 years. And what it turned into was a Batman, Red Hood, and Batgirl storyline of them getting over their trauma, which wasn't a bad story. But when you are hyping up one of the world's greatest villains, You are hyping up that you are going to retcon his origins. You are going to change things about him, that it is going to be so earth-shattering that it has to be a black label book in case DC wants to ignore it. And then this is what we get. There was either... The problem is, I think Jeff Johns thought it'd be a cool idea to explore 3 Jokers back in 2016. And if you don't know what happened, everything from him getting promoted to demoted to bumped off movies to put on movies, all happened between these 2 periods. And I got a feeling that if his 3 Jokers story had come out the way it was originally intended, where he probably had some fun idea about multiversal stuff involving the Mobius chair, which is why the Mobius chair was used, got played out, I think it would have been fine. It would have been hyped up. But the problem is we have 4 years of hyping up a 3 Jokers storyline that is just a story about trauma and getting over it and what these people do to you. It's not inherently a bad book. I enjoy the book. I even enjoy the way that they're telling the panels in which they're giving it a cinematic appearance. While that is not my choice when it comes to comics, I prefer not to have that because I feel like it's wasting real estate that we could be using for more story development. It does work well with this story format. But I feel that this story has been hyped up for 4 years with 0 resolution. I feel like he dropped this in 2016 as a fun continuation to his Dark Side story, and instead DC and Dan DiDio said, no, we're doing DC Rebirth, give us stuff for that, and his story got bumped and got bumped and got bumped and got bumped until we're now at a point where DC's like, you gotta give us something. I know your original idea won't work, but you gotta give us something, because 3 Jokers needs to go away. We're tired of getting asked about it. Well, you did it, DC. You wrote a really good Batman Red Hood storyline, a really terrible Joker storyline, and you called it 3 Jokers. And it's gonna go on my shelf, and I'm probably gonna get it signed, and I'm gonna collect it, but it is definitely not going into one of my all-time favorite Joker storylines books. It's gonna go into my Red Hood complete story, though. It's gonna go part of that full story coming out soon, because it's the conclusion to Red Hood. Anyway, guys, don't forget to check us out over at twitch.tv/Comicstorian, where we do podcasting every Tuesday and Thursday. And you can also support us by going to our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian. I really want to know your guys' opinions on this story down below. I know this is going to be a very divisive book. This is going to be one that people are going to argue about. Some of you are going to go in the comments and tell me that I didn't understand the deep dive that Jeff Johns was going for. And some of you are going to go down there and be like, I don't like what they did to Batgirl and Jason. And some of you are going to go down there and just call me trash because I didn't like the cinematic appearance when we all had 150 panels, 150 pages to tell a story as big as 3 Jokers. You're all going to have differing opinions, and I am 100% aware of that. And that is the beauty of comic books. We can all have opinions. You're all right and you're all wrong at the same time. And I'm going to end this video with the last word. You're all wrong. My opinion is the one that is important. Bye.